Hello everybody! So today we are going to be talking about Ruby's fear of fight scenes and how it has gotten over the fear of the fight scenes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So I'll explain in a minute, alright? So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, I also have notes for this actually. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to come join our Discord server and become a patron over on Patreon. So Hunter, you may be asking yourself, what the fuck is Cal talking about? So here's the thing. So on Reddit, and of course Reddit is the wonderful source of information to be looking at, you know what I mean? So
you got beef with Reddit or something?
No, I don't got beef with Reddit. It's not like that. Like, it's just okay. So
it's as much as a garbage fire as the rest of the internet?
Yeah, and so basically the idea was thrown around, especially in, I don't want to put any YouTuber servers in here because I don't know if they want to be associated, but I saw like in Hero High server, a lot of people were talking about how RWBY seems to be afraid to do fight scenes this season, okay? And that's sort of, I think, because of the backlash that happened last season. And so if you guys don't know, last season, a lot of people were salty about the fight scenes. Like, so, like, here's an entire topic on, like, why the fight scenes in Volume 4 are lacking and all that on the Rooster Teeth website. So it's not like it's on Reddit where nobody's
still
looking.
Ignoring, like, some really good fights in that. But
and so, here's an example. So,
I feel like the Blake Sun Sea Monster fight wasn't great, and it gets conflated from that to the whole season.
They say that, like, because of Monty, and then because they changed software, they may not be as comfortable doing fight scenes. And so, you know, some of the fight scenes, like the rock one and the sea, a lot of people complain about the sea dragon.
Honestly,
like, a lot of people say the only good fight was Tyrion and Crow, and I don't know about that.
I dug the Nuzlocke one, the Knuckleluck, whatever the fuck his name was. I dug that. Really, the only one that I really didn't like was the sea dragon one.
Apparently, a lot more people had issues, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people seem to have...
the Geist fight.
A lot of people seem to have issues with most, if not all, of the fights. So a lot of people...
I think a lot of people may, like, weirdly fetishize the idea that, Monty was the linchpin of the whole operation, and without him it sucks, and they stick
I agree
on that
with
a lot,
that.
And I find that kind of annoying. I tend to avoid that.
I think that's also a little disrespectful, like, in general, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, well, without Monty, everything's bad. They should have kept Shane. I don't know what Shane did at Rooster Teeth, but that's the reasoning people give, because now the fight scenes suck, apparently. Bringing back Shane suddenly magically fixes
Which I disagree, because Weiss's fight scene and then Yang's fight scene, I believe, also.
And that's why we're doing this.
Were awesome.
Yeah, and that's why we're doing this video, is that this was an amazing fight scene, what they did this week. And that's why I wanted to touch on it. I don't think they're scared. I think they've been waiting.
I feel like not even that they're scared. It's just that, like, the nature of these episodes, they've just been less fight-centric.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are also complaining about that. But, like, why do you care? Like, not like that. I don't want to say it like that. Why do you care about the fight scenes if you don't care about the people that are fighting? Like, what does it matter if we have a fight every episode if you don't get connected to anyone? Because people are like, oh, they're talking too much, there's too much character development, and I'm like, okay.
Well, that's good.
Like, it's, like, I don't get, like, I'm not gonna give a shit if they're not good characters. Does that make sense? Like, is that just crazy? Like, is that, like, a weird thought? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, if they had a fight between the bandit guy and Yang without giving... Because, okay, the bandit guy was a dick. Like, fine. Like, whatever. It's okay. Like, but he had personality, you know what I mean? And giving him a little personality helped with the fight, because you kind of, you know, it helped you...
wanted to see that, you liked Yang, you know she's gone through a lot of struggle, you want to see her kick ass, and
you want to see her kick a creepy guy's ass, you know what I mean? And so I feel like that's...
And I loved the Weiss trailer fight. And all the trailer fights were really good, and the only fight that was kind of meh and sort of underwhelming was the Weiss flying fight. That's just because they kind of had her, like, stationed in one place. It wasn't very dynamic or interesting.
People were angry. People were angry that, like, people were angry about the fight scenes last volume, and now they're like, okay, well maybe CRWBY's just not doing any because they're scared now. Because they're scared that people are gonna get mad again.
But these fights were also pretty dynamic. Like they've had good ideas, like stealth. What's the phrase?
Camouflage.
Stealth like the camouflage.
Blake burning down her house to get light. Like all of those things were so creative and nice, and like that. Like okay, so Sun destroying the building was a little silly because I'm like, are your pillars not stronger than that?
And people really wanted to bring back Sun's shotgun katanas, and they brought them back, and it was dope.
That's why I'm doing this video now, because I knew we were gonna get an awesome fight scene, and I knew I could be like, well, fuck off.
So
you know?
CRWBY's not afraid.
They're not afraid. I think it's more
that
they're busy. You know what I mean? They're trying to introduce like all these new characters. They're trying to give development to Raiden.
They have to build a lot of world. They need to get all the girls together in the same, continent.
Exactly, and so like
they had to build up Ilya's character.
And a lot of people are like, okay, things are getting a little stale and it's a little slow, and like I didn't personally feel that until last episode. Like last episode, I was kind of a little bored.
Last episode was so much of a tease because you knew.
You know what I mean? You even said that. And so that's where I was like, okay, I agree with you guys. It's getting a little rid of... But before that, I was like, I don't know. I'm just glad to see... If they never fought anything and they just talked for the rest of the series. Like, if we didn't see any fights on screen and they happened off screen and they just talked and they just, like, talked to each other for the rest of the series, and all we saw was them pulling out, like, weapons, and then nothing, like a black screen, and then them putting their weapons away when they were done. Like, I would still be happy with that, because I care about the character. I wouldn't be happy.
I would not.
I would be...
That's an...
I would be okay with that, let's say. I wouldn't be like, yes!
You would be horribly blue-balled.
Like...
But I digress.
You understand what I mean, though? Like, not that I would be like, yes, we don't have any fight scenes anymore, good. Like, I wouldn't be happy, but I would be...
Solve your problems through not violence. But,
I would just be okay with that, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I wouldn't be like, where are fight scenes when? Because I don't really, like, first of all, I don't watch a lot of fight anime, if that makes sense. Like, I watch a lot of slice of life anime, and a lot of, like, slice of life romance anime, and I watch a lot of like stuff like that where like nobody is fighting anything. Like they're all just living their life, and like so there are genres of anime where like they don't fight, and like this obviously isn't one of them.
I think
it shouldn't be one of them for the world that they're building, but I'm saying that if there was no fighting in RWBY, I would still enjoy it. I
mean, it would be a weird show.
I know it would. I think
presumably
it would be
just
really
about
weird.
A boarding school that gets attacked by terrorists. I don't even fucking know.
I mean, I think it would be like more like Harry Potter before like they started doing more stuff.
No, Harry Potter was always kind of combat ready.
But not so much so. Because in the first couple books, you had to fight like once a year and then you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like until we're doing the Dumbledore's army. Like, you know what I mean?
Before number 4, although there was still like fighting the basilisk and fighting, werewolves and
like it was just them like living their magical life. Like I don't see the problem
inside
with
of
that.
Someone's
you know
head
what I mean?
and like a terrorist going to kill Harry, but it wasn't terrorist. It was his uncle.
But you understand,
uncle, but,
like,
not stepdad, Godfather.
Godfather, yeah. And so you understand what I mean? Like in Harry Potter, there was a fight scene like every 2 days or something. Like they like it was more of a.
Just don't use Harry Potter as a
Why?
reference.
It's a good example.
Oh, sure, okay. Also, I feel like I feel like they just kind of put like just. I
would be fine without
fight
scenes, is what I'm saying. Like I would be fine. Like I don't give a shit.
I feel like you're going an extreme in the opposite direction, but no, I feel like they've. I think it's just the nature of the season that they haven't done as much fight scenes, but the fight scenes that they have done have been really, really good.
If they only had...
Excluding maybe that Weiss scene.
If they only had fight scenes but never had character development, that would be a bigger problem than not having any fight scenes at all.
Oh, absolutely, I'd agree.
And so that's kind of what I'm trying to say. I'm not being like, get rid of the fight scenes, Rooster Teeth, I'll still be here for you. Like, no. Even though, like, the fight scenes, we don't have anything to talk about, like, in terms of our analysis, because we usually don't
you try your
analyze
best
the fights.
For whatever reason.
I know. But anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, because I saw this topic going around, and I wanted to do it, but I wanted to wait until this week, because if this week was a total fucking disaster, I would have been like, okay, I agree with you guys, maybe they're not doing that well, you know what I mean? Like, and then, okay, so part of me is also like, before that we saw the fight scene today, I was like, well, why don't they just hire a different choreographer?
At this point,
like, if they're having this many problems, like, why wouldn't they just do that? I get firing people isn't fun, okay? Firing people isn't nice, but it's less of, like, that you're firing them because they haven't done a good job, and more that you're moving them to a different department because, you know, like, sometimes your world goes beyond your own creativity. That's why you have other people make it for you, if that makes sense.
Get a new guy, basically.
Yeah, like, what's the problem with that? Because, like, maybe, like, the current guy, like, yeah, it was fine before, but as RWBY grows, also, the expectations grow too, and so it keeps needing to be more fabulous each time. I suppose in conclusion,
there's another argument to say that, like, you were disappointed? There was a lot of really dramatic stuff going on.
What do you mean?
The, you know, Adam killing Sienna Khan.
Oh,
like,
you're talking
you learning
them.
about
like the salty
you're learning
Reddit
about,
people.
Like,
okay.
Lionheart's betrayal. You get to see.
No, apparently that's
Blake
boring for people. Apparently
don't
people don't give a shit.
Motherfuckers.
They're like, I want to fight stuff. I want John to fight stuff.
I want John to be the main
I want John
character.
to be the new spring mate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, okay, people are ridiculous, but anyway.
Yeah, people also like John, and fucking hell, it's not John.
Oh my god, I'm so glad that we don't need to do any more John theories for a while.
Yeah, God.
Until
also,
that person repledges if they ever do.
It also helps that person was a fucking monster, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, he was, like, this homophobic, just really problematic individual.
Yeah.
And he would also, like, harass people and steal theories. And
like,
we already
the friend
knew...
zone doesn't exist, it's just unrequited love, okay?
Yeah, he does
like
this
other
weird
questionable
thing,
things. But anyways, we can make another video on that in the future if Hunter, like, gets really angry one day and we feel like we need to drag somebody. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, people are gonna be salty no matter what the fuck you do. And that was kind of the tune
what I'm saying
of the internet today, is like all of the RWBY YouTubers were kind of echoing that. Like, it doesn't matter what Rooster Teeth does, people will find a way to hate it.
Honestly, at this point, I just realized that if you're gonna make people salty, make the right people salty. Make that Mega Shadow Dragon guy salty. Make the person that wanted Ilya to die
because she was gay.
Because she was gay, so that they know homosexuals will be punished. Make him salty.
Yeah, like and my eyes roll so back in my head sometimes. But anyway, we'll talk about that in Ilya's Redemption, which is going to be a video that comes out tomorrow. So anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this.
Make the right people salty.
And we'll see you later.
Put
Bye-bye.
that on a shirt.